Picture this. You just had a massive, highly productive trip to the bathroom. You feel incredibly light. I mean, you're practically floating, right? So you confidently step onto the bathroom scale, fully expecting to see that number drop by at least a pound or two. But no way. The number stares right back at you exactly the same as it was before. It feels like it absolutely should make a difference. You feel physically different, so why on earth doesn't the scale reflect that? Well, in this explainer, we're going to look at the biology and the numbers behind why a big bathroom visit doesn't actually change your weight, and, more importantly, what actually does. Okay, let's dive into this. Why didn't the scale move? It's a completely logical question. Your internal monologue is probably screaming, look, I just physically removed something from my body, so my total mass has to be lower. And, you aren't entirely wrong. But we really need to look at what's actually happening on a biological level to understand why that scale is being so incredibly stubborn. Section 1. The Great Scale Mystery. What are you actually losing? To solve this puzzle, we have to clarify what kind of weight we're actually talking about here. Because here's the truth. When you go to the bathroom, you technically are losing weight. Your physical mass is slightly less than it was 10 minutes prior. But the absolutely crucial distinction is that what you are losing boils down to this specific equation. Waste equals water plus bacteria plus undigested food. That's it, just a combo of those three things. It is completely, entirely separate from meaningful fat loss. When you expel this waste, it doesn't impact your body fat percentage in the slightest. Sure, the scale might tick down by a tiny fraction of a pound if the volume was high enough, but it's definitely not the kind of weight loss that alters your body composition. Moving on to Section 2, the anatomy of waste. Let's break it down. Now, what's really interesting about this is when we take a closer look at the actual biological anatomy of waste. A staggering 75% of stool is literally just water. The remaining 25% is that mix of bacteria and undigested food we just talked about. Because a massive 3/4 in this is just water, the weight of it is highly volatile. Your body's water levels are constantly fluctuating throughout the day. So even if you lose a tiny bit of water weight from a bowel movement, your body is a master regulator. It can easily balance that out again within just a few hours through the fluids you drink and the food you eat. Section 3, the water weight factor. This right here is the biggest culprit. To really understand this, you have to realize that a bathroom scale is essentially a dumb instrument. It has absolutely no idea what it's weighing. It isn't just measuring your body fat, it's measuring absolutely everything in your body at that exact precise moment in time. That includes the food you just ate for lunch, the big glass of water you chugged an hour ago, and yes, the waste that's still working its way through your system. Because your scale measures everything, the absolute biggest reason your weight changes from day to day isn't fat at all, it's water. Let's walk through these 4 daily water weight fluctuators. First, salt intake. Eat a salty meal and your body holds on to extra water. Next, carbohydrates. Your body stores carbs with water, so a heavy pasta dinner means more retained water the next morning. Then we've got hormones, which naturally cause water retention cycles. And finally, exercise, which causes inflammation and fluid shifts in your muscles. Because of these 4 factors alone, your body can comfortably hold on to or release several pounds of water in a single day without any actual change in your body fat whatsoever. That is exactly why your weight can swing so wildly and why it's completely 100% normal. Section 4. The comfort illusion. Feeling versus fact. But hey, let's acknowledge reality for a second here. If it's mostly water and it doesn't change your true weight, why does it feel like you just dropped 5 pounds? Well, that physical sensation you're feeling is incredibly real, and we have to validate that. Even if the scale doesn't budge a single notch, that profound feeling of lightness is not just in your head. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference between a comfort change and a fat loss change. What you're experiencing in the bathroom is a comfort change. You have less pressure in your abdomen and significantly less bloating and gas. That removal of physical pressure feels amazing. But contrast that with a true fat loss change, which requires actual burned body mass. The instant relief of reduced abdominal pressure feels fantastic for sure, but the biological reality is that comfort simply does not equal burned fat. Which brings us to Section 5, the math of fat loss. Real change takes time. If a trip to the bathroom only gives us a comfort change, what does it actually take to get a fat loss change? We have to pivot to the hard reality of what it takes to burn real body fat. 3,500. This is the magic number. It takes roughly 3,500 calories of a deficit to equal a single pound of fat lost. I really want to state that emphatically. To lose just 1 actual pound of tissue, your body has to burn 3,500 calories more than it consumes. This proves definitively that real meaningful changes to your body fat happen slowly. We're talking over days, weeks, and months, not instantly over 5 minutes in the bathroom. Section 6. How to track correctly. Using the scale right. So we need a new, actionable protocol so you can use the scale in a way that actually makes sense and completely removes the emotional sting of those random daily fluctuations. I want you to walk through this precise daily routine with me. If you want your scale to be a useful tool, you should weigh yourself once a day maximum, and you must do it exactly like this to get a consistent baseline. Step 1, do it first thing in the morning. Step 2, do it immediately after using the bathroom. And step 3, do it before you eat or drink absolutely anything. By following these exact steps every single time, you are controlling as many of those water and waste variables as humanly possible, giving you the most accurate baseline measurement of your body. So the crucial point is this: you must track trends over time, not single numbers. Your body is a complex, dynamic machine constantly balancing the food you eat, the water you drink, and the normal daily fluctuations of life. The scale isn't broken when it doesn't move after a bathroom trip, and nothing is wrong with you. The scale is just showing you the bigger, total picture of your current bodily mass in that specific snapshot of time. Which leaves us with this final important question. Will you let a single, highly variable daily number dictate your mood and your progress, or are you ready to start tracking the bigger picture? Once you understand that waste is mostly water and real fat loss takes consistent time, you can finally change your relationship with the bathroom scale forever. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this empowers you to step on that scale with a whole new perspective.